Hi guys, so I want to walk you through and give you some tips and tricks for maximizing one of my favorite barre workouts. This workout is going to incorporate a lot of attitude work where we're going to be working on doing toning, and I'm also using a set, well, it's not really a set, I'm only holding one lightweight because I'm working at the bar. So I'm going to have one hand on the bar and one hand holding a weight at all points throughout the workout. And I like incorporating a weight when I'm doing my bar work because it adds extra burn, extra tone, and a little bit of extra challenge. And adding in a light set of hand weights can also help get your heart rate up because it just makes everything more challenging. So it's also going to add a nice layer of cardio to the exercise. So some things that I want you to keep in mind as we're going through the workout and you're doing the full workout. This is a tutorial. I'm not going to take you through the full workout today. I just want to give you some tips so that when you're doing it, you get the most out of it. Pay attention to your form and some things that I want you to pay close attention to. Of course, I always talk about opening through the chest and the shoulders, particularly when you are using a hand weight. It's really important that you're nice and open, long through the neck, open through the chest. So when you extend your arm front, I don't want you to take your shoulder forward and sacrifice your form. You're still pulling back. You want to have a nice extension here, but you're still connected to that beautiful posture. So all of your movements are really incorporating that same principle of beautiful posture that we're always focusing on with our ballet beautiful work. So open through the chest, you have that opposition, and you're not pushing forward, you're pulling back, you're pushing down, you're still extending. Another thing is engaging your core. So we're always working to keep our core as tight as we can. It takes a lot of extra work for me these days to engage my core versus before I had children and it was just strength that I sort of naturally had from dancing. So really think about it. Really try to remind yourself. I'm going to talk about it a lot in the workouts about pulling in, about engaging your core, and one of the easiest ways to do that is to just suck your stomach in. It quickly lifts the muscles, tightens the muscles, and pulls everything in so you're more connected. Now, in this workout, we're going to be doing a series of bends and tendus, little lifts and attitude. Pay close attention to my cues about your standing leg because sometimes I'm going to have the standing knee and I'm going to keep it bent. And one thing that I see people doing is kind of coming to a position that's neither here nor there with the standing knee on whether you're bent or whether you're straight. If the standing knee is bent, I want you to take a true bend of the knees. It's going to make it much more challenging. It's easier to kind of lift up and get to an almost straight position, but one that's not totally straight. But that's not what we're looking for, especially if I'm cueing you to keep the knees bent. So pay attention and make sure that if my knee is bent on the standing leg, and I'm talking about that you truly have a good bend. And the same goes for stretching your knees. If I'm asking you to stretch all the way through the standing knee, make sure that each time you stretch that knee, you're lifting up. It's not about locking back, but you're truly stretching and lifting. So don't hesitate to go to that really lifted, open position. And otherwise, I think just generally you want to think about for these exercises in particular, what we're talking about, engaging the core. So particularly as you come forward, you don't want to have any arch in the back. You want to be nice and tight, nice and controlled here for these movements. A good bend in the knee if the knee is bent, a good stretch in the knee if the knee is straight, but also really focusing in on the working leg, so the leg that's lifting, the leg that's moving. So you're really focusing on, for attitude work in particular, I love it because it's so targeted for the booty and it really can tighten and tone. So just zone in on my cues. Don't hesitate to slow down, take a stretch, rewind if you need to, focus on your form to maximize your Ballet Beautiful workout.